Hello and welcome to The Legends of Tynedale DevLog number 7. There's been a lot of things happening since the last DevLog, which was about 2 months ago, but most of it is under the hood stuff. However, I can show you a couple of things that have been going on. One of them is that I've been improving the dialogue system, and the other is the infantry system. But before I begin, I just want you to know that you can wishlist the game. It's there on Steam, the Steam page is up, and I'll leave a link in the comment section. Right, so NPCs and trading. When the player talks to an NPC, they're presented with two options, like here with Riley. Really, they're just yes or no options. Obviously, clicking no means nothing happening, but if you choose yes, it calls for a check in the game. In this case, the player doesn't have the item, which means a clue is given. Using the clue, the player can look for the item. You have the item, but this is one of the features I've been working on. Big visual feedback. You then take the item to the NPC, and if it's right, you get your reward, which in this case is lovely, wonderful iron ore. Oh, a bit of a spoiler alert. These are all the trade items. Well, mostly. Some I couldn't decide on, but they're there for the fun of it. I will say, I'm quite pleased with my pixel art efforts. I had fun making these, and I'm really interested to see if you can guess what each of them are. It's taken quite a while to sort out the trade sequence, and I'm still not quite there, because each NPC needs different checks for different stages of the trade, and it could get all muddly. I knew I needed these checks, but how do I keep it comprehensible? And then I realised, enums are the answer. You can't put numbers at the start of enums to order them, so I just used letters instead, and this made the trade sequencing code a lot easier to read. I'm also trying to keep each trade feeling different and feeling a little bit special. To keep spoilers down, I'll just show you one, and that's Kite Boy. There's a pause in the dialogue to show you Kite Boy interacting with a brand new toy, although it seems a little unfair that it gives you maggots as a trade-off. Alright, so what about the infantry? Well, although all but one weapon has been programmed, I've not paid much attention to the infantry screen. At the moment, I'm pretty much been using these graphics that don't really match the pixel art look. I thought they needed pixifying, if that's even a word. If you're wondering what program I use for pixel art, it's Paint.net. It's free and it's brilliant. There are loads of other programs for pixel art, but I'm well used to Paint.net, so I'll stick with that. So this is the previous non-pixel Geordie lamp. I was actually really pleased with the design, but it just doesn't match that pixel art. So to change it, I started by shrinking it using the nearest neighbour resampling, which condenses the artwork to the nearest pixel. It's a great start, but it looks kind of distorted. It's also 32 by 32 when it's meant to be a 16 by 16, but I figure it'll be alright. The first thing to do is to turn it back into a silhouette. A little bit of research tells me that many artists start with silhouettes to make sure that things are identifiable, and then they start to add in the colour. Once I'd done that, I cleared the blurry pixel lines to make sure there was some clarity. Once that was done, I took off the corner pixels to round off the artwork. I got this too from Brandon James' videos. You should definitely check him out. This video link is a really good one, especially if you like pixel art. Now that the Geordie lamp outline is much closer to the right pixel size, I coloured it using the same colours as the original and finished off with a hoop on top. I'm pretty pleased with this, and so I added it to the infantry sprite sheet. You can see the other weapons too, including the two swords. One is a starting sword and the other is the upgraded version, which I'll be calling the Dreadnought. So here it is, in game. We have the Apocalypse Ring, which fires 3 fireballs like a shotgun. It's going to be really overpowered. The Bomb Bag, Northumberland Shield, Grapple Beam, Sword, although it says Spear, Artemis Bow, Geordie Lantern, and then, well, that is the Spear at the other side. The idea is that you have 2 or 3 infantry slots, and you swap your weapons in and out as you need them. I'm not sure what design to have for the Grapple Beam though, but I'll show you how it works. It's kind of Metroid-y, hookshot-y, as it pulls you in or pull items to you. I was thinking a kind of gauntlet, or maybe a ring that fires the beam. What do you reckon? So yeah, we're getting there. And just to finish, this is how the inventory will look as a whole. This is the main quest screen. There's the heart pieces and coins section, and there'll be a special keys section too, which you'll probably notice the reference to another game. I won't tell you what these torn manuscripts are for, but this bar at the bottom will, because it'll be the info bar. I'll just show you how it works. So the letter is part of the trade sequence, and the info bar gives you the clue you want, or it will do. And the wooden blocks are collectible with a really awesome reward at the end. No spoilers here though. So that's that. Well, if you're still here, thank you for watching. It's massively appreciated. If there's something you'd like to see, or you've got a recommendation, let me know in the comments. I always enjoy feedback. If you like the video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. I really appreciate all my subscribers. See you soon.